Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and Happy New Year. If you're new here, hi, my name is Raisa. I talk all things personal finance, so if you like the vibe and the energy around here, please make sure you're subscribed down below. I'm so excited to be filming this video because we're talking all about my budget for January and essentially for this upcoming year. I have kind of revamped how I'm doing my budget this year and I wanted to share it with you guys. So as you can see, we are using the same budget tracker as the previous year. I just made some little tweaks, but for the most part, this will look exactly the same. If you want this budget tracker, I will also link it down below for you. So the new year is always so nice because you kind of get to start fresh, and I loved revamping my budget tracker because a lot has changed in my budget. As you know, if you have been a subscriber of mine, we recently purchased a new condo, which meant that we are transitioning from rent to mortgage and paying maintenance fees versus not paying maintenance fees and just all the other little things that come with home ownership. So I'm excited to share that with you guys because I haven't shared those new numbers on this channel before. So as always, we're gonna start with my income. I took a look at how my income has fluctuated over this past year, and I've made some adjustments based on that. So my expected biweekly pay is $2,800 from my corporate job, so I do get paid biweekly. And then I also have YouTube, which I'm not putting an expected number for YouTube because that is a fairly new income stream for me, and I'm still kind of trying to figure out how it all works. So any money from YouTube is amazing, and if you want to see how much I got paid for my first YouTube paycheck, I will link that over here. So in total, I'm expecting around $5,600 for my income for January 2024. Going down into my savings, so as you know, I like to put money into my emergency fund. This just kind of builds the habit of paying myself first. In 2023, I put down $200 bi-weekly pretty consistently. And this year, I'm lowering that down actually to $100 bi-weekly. And I will tell you in a second why I've made that change. So I'm putting down $200 in January 2024 for my emergency fund. And then as you can see here, I also have noted down mortgage 1 month ahead. That just means having your mortgage or whatever bill it is 1 month ahead of when that bill is actually due. So I've never actually tried this before, and I know it's going to be very hard because my mortgage is taken out bi-weekly and it is a higher amount than what my rent was. So right now I didn't really put a budget on this. I want to have my February mortgage already paid off and saved up in January, if that makes sense. So we're gonna try this out this month and I'll let you know at the end of the month if I was successful. Let's go into my investments before I go into my bills. For my investments, I did make this $300 bi-weekly instead of $200. So whenever I get my paycheck, typically I do $200 emergency fund, $200 in investments. This year, I wanna try doing $100 in my emergency fund because that one is already kind of full and I'm very happy with the amount that I have in there right now. And I wanna accelerate my investments. I'm adding in that extra $100 that was for my emergency fund into my investments. So every single paycheck, I want to put down $300 into my Wealthsimple TFSA trading account for a total of $600 at the end of the month. And then we get into my bills. So we'll talk about personal bills for a second. And you can see that I did change that to personal bills instead of just bills. If you watched my previous video, I mentioned that I wanted to start separating out personal bills and my small business bills. I want to continue to keep track of what bills come in and out of my account, and I didn't want them to be jumbled up. So I'm just starting to split out my personal from my small business, and I will go through what my small business bills are as well. So for personal bills, I have Spotify, which is about $12 a month. We also rent out a storage unit that's $50, and I split this with my partner, so I pay $25. Our maintenance fee is around $5.12, I think, and I pay $2.56. I also have an Audible subscription. This is $16.74 monthly. We pay for BC Hydro, again split in half with my partner. I pay $76.43. I have a phone bill that is $73.45. Then we get into my mortgage payment. So my first mortgage payment for the month is $813. I also have a car payment that is $413. I pay for internet, which is $40. This is split with my partner. I pay for Apple TV, which is $14.55. Apple storage, $447. We have a car insurance at $80.17. And we also have home insurance, that's $55. This one is split with my partner. We have an Amex membership for my Cobalt card. This is $12.99. We have a loan for $27.03. And then we get into my second mortgage payment, which is another $813. Kindle Unlimited at $10.49. And then I have 2 TD bank cards. One is $16.95 and one is $3.95. So my total for my personal bills is $2,760.29. And then looking at my business fixed bills, so I run Google Ads. I also have a Google Workspace. I have a FreshBooks account. This is where I do all of my bookkeeping. I pay for Adobe Creative Cloud. I pay for Klaviyo. This is an email marketing platform. And then I also pay for Canva. The total for my business fixed bills is $284.40 monthly. So this just makes it so much clearer for me to understand, okay, what is a business expense versus what's a personal expense? And that's the reason why I kind of made that change. If you have this template, you would know that this template is for your debt, and I don't have any debt right now, obviously, except for my car and my mortgage, which you already know has been accounted for in my monthly fixed bills section. So instead of doing debt, I put business fixed bills in here. And then getting into my expense summary. So I kind of made some changes into my variable expenses. So for alcohol, I'm not expecting to drink this coming January, so I put $0 in this budget. I also put coffee. This is typically $50. For dining out, I put $300. For gifts, I'm not expecting to give anyone any gifts this coming January, so I put down $0. Groceries is $300. $0 for home. Lunch, this is when I go into the office and buy out lunch. This is $25. Personal care is at $120. Shopping is at $0. I'm expecting to start snowboarding again soon, so this is at $50. Transportation, which is taking Ubers or parking around the city, this is $30. And then travel is $0, although we are planning a trip in the summer, so I might start to book some travel, but I'm just not sure if that's going to be this month. And then for treat yourself, I put $0, although I am eyeing something as a gift for myself for just all the hard work that I've done over the past year. So I might have a little something to share with you guys at the end of the month for the treat yourself category. So in total, I'm expecting around $875 in my variable expenses. I think this is a lot lower than what it has been since the last couple months, because the last couple months were just filled with gifts for people, home stuff. So I'm really hoping to bring that down in January. So that is what my budget is looking like for January 2024. I'm really hoping to stick to this budget because obviously my mortgage is now a lot higher than what my rent was, and I'm still just trying to figure out all of that. I'm currently working on doing a 50-30-20 dashboard so I can see a big picture of what my finances are looking like and making sure I'm not overspending in a certain category. So keep an eye out for that, because I want to make a video on how to make your 50-30-20 dashboard so you guys can see kind of a financial snapshot for yourself. But that's pretty much it, quick and easy. If you guys want this tracker that I'm using and want to follow along, I will link it down below. And wherever you are, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Bye guys.